All right. Another week in the books, week 3 to be exact. Another big scoring week, 11 out of 12 teams go over 100 points. A lot of big personal scores out there as far as the players are concerned. But first, we have some really big news. COVID-19 has struck the NFL with the Steelers-Titans game being postponed on Sunday. Not sure how, when, if that's going to be made up. And the Vikings-Texans game also in jeopardy. I guess they're doing some testing with the Vikings now to see where they stand with that team. That team, of course, played the Titans last week. So again, all of your Steelers, all your Titans out of the lineup for the week. My big pickup for the week of Gostkowski, who totally stunk it up in week 1, but has been on fire for the last 2 weeks. That's out the door. So again, get your Steelers, get your Titans out of the lineup. Keep an eye on that Viking-Texans game. And let's get back into the scores from last week. Up first, Pilot Lights break into the win column with a huge day. They topped St. Lucia Zooks 162.18 to 124. For the winners, Dak Prescott, 40.48 points. Kamara, 40.2. And James Conner, he had 24.9. For the losers, this is St. Lucia's first loss and Pilot Light's first win. Russell Wilson, 48.8 points. For those keeping score at home, that's over 40 points every single week for the first 3 weeks for Russell Wilson. And I got to tell you, I'm not a big Russell Wilson fan. I've always thought he was kind of overrated. But I'm telling you, that guy's getting better with age. You know what? If I could go back to draft night, I might have to get over this Russell Wilson thing that I have and take him instead of Watson, whose best player happens to be out in Arizona. But anyway, let's see what we had. Russell Wilson, 48.8. I believe that topped all scorers for the week. Nope, we got one other guy, and you guys already know who that was. We got one other guy who topped that 48.8. Hopkins, speaking of which, 20.7, and then Singletary, 14.1 for St. Lucia. Moving on, Belichick tops the Baltimore Dragons, 163.9 to 135.52. Derrick Henry leading the way for Belichick, 28 points. Eckler, 25.8, and Murray, 25.7. For the Dragers, Aaron Rodgers, who also has been putting in a good season. I think that he was pretty underrated coming in, but it looks like he's having a good start to his season. 30.52. The Indy defense, 27 points. And then Boyd in Cincinnati, 19.5. Bathtub Gin continues to roll. 130.78 over Cobra Kai, who searching for the answer. Bathtub Gin, 130.78 to Cobra Kai's 120.08. We had like 3 games within a 10-point spread, so we had some pretty close games again this week. For the Gin, Keenan Allen, 27.7, the Chubster, 25.5, and Lamar Jackson, 18.8. In what was a disappointing night on Monday night for the Baltimore Ravens. For Cobra Kai, Dalvin Cook, 28.9. Roethlisberger, 23.18. Again, not playing this week. And Godwin, 14.9 points. Closest game of the week, the nail biter of the week. Clash City Rockers topped the Lake Show, 115.36 to 113.98. A 1.38 point win for the Rockers. You know you're going to have a rough week. Well, I'll get into the Lake Show score in a minute. The Lizard King, 25.4 points. I think that was way back on Thursday night. Deshaun Watson, 21.06. And Gurley, 14.7. I want to take a look at something real quick here, and then we'll go back to the scores. As quick as a computer can go, I guess. Oh, boy. Right? So, Mark Andrews, 3.7 in that contest. Andrews has the huge week one and has pretty much been non-existent since then. Just wanted to throw that out there. Let's get back to the scoreboard here. So again, the Lake Show, you know you're having a rough week when your defense leads the way. The Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense turned in 19 points for the Lake Show. Hill had 18.7 in that Monday night contest, and McKinnon 15.2. So Andrews didn't score much, but he scored just enough. All right, moving on. Chili Dogs. Chili Dogs topped the Headbangers 115.04 to 108.8 in another close one. Allen 43.24 points for the winners. Woods 18.9 and Zeke 14.8. For the Headbangers, Mahomes leads the way. 50 points for Mahomes, again in that Monday night matchup against the Ravens. Cup, 23.2, and Elliott, 13 points. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, so Mahomes, 26.44 that first week against Houston, and then 33, and then drops to 50 this week. So I guess if you average it out, it's probably him and Russell Wilson probably pretty close. That brings us to our last matchup of the week. The Rattlesnakes break into the win column with a 102.32 win over Manbunga with his 74.72, which I'd have to check, but could be the low score of the season, which I appreciate for knocking me out of that position from my pathetic showing in week 2. For the Rattlesnakes, Lockett, 34.5. Davis, 19.1. And Matty Ryan, 13.42. On the losing side, Drew Brees, 29.52. The Pittsburgh defense with 9. And Tucker, again, if your kicker's getting into your top 3, you know you're having a rough week. Tucker had 8 points. So that's the end of week 3. We're moving out of divisional play into interdivisional play. Let's take a look at our standings as we move out of this divisional play. In the Drunken Clam, Manbunga and the Clash City Rockers both tied for first place at 2-1, with the Lake Show and Texas Rattlesnakes at 1 and 2, right behind them. Same kind of split with the Pawtucket Brewer division. St. Lucia and Chili Dogs both at 2-1, with the Headbangers and the Pilot Lights at 1 and 2. Then moving on to your Quahog, we've got one of everything. We've got the Bathtub Gin at 3-0. We got Bella Check Yourself at 2-1, Baltimore Dragers at 1 and 2, and then Cobra Kai at 0 and 3. So again, Steelers Titans postpone this week. Get your Steelers, get your Titans out of the lineups. Keep an eye on that Viking Texan game, and then we're just over 24 hours away from the Week 4 kickoff Thursday night game, which is the Broncos and the Jets, I believe. Yes, Broncos Jets. So that's all I got. You guys have a great weekend. I'll see some of you at work. I'll see some of you around. And I am out.